What's up, everybody? Do you compare yourself to other people? Yes, you do. So do I. It's normal. The question is, has it become a problem? Comparing ourselves to others has become more of a problem in today's culture due to social media. Everybody's putting their best life out there, their fake life out there, or their worst life out there to get attention. Just depends on who you're dealing with. So it's just more of a problem now than it ever has been because we're just repetitively seeing other people's lives. Also, it's possible that you've been conditioned to compare yourself to others because your parents compared you to others, right? So it's just become normal. It's a problem and you probably don't even realize it. So what do we compare? Looks, talents, abilities, occupation, financial status, material things, things like that. Not only do we have the tendency to compare ourselves to others, we can also start comparing others to others, especially kids, right? So you compare your kid to this kid, next thing you know, your kid needs to be wearing those clothes, going to that school, making those grades, playing for that kind of team, and so on, right? No matter if you're comparing yourself to others or others to others, it all comes from the same place. It's insecurities. We just don't know who we are. So we have the tendency to want to become something else, right? All right, so this comparison has a cycle to it. And it begins obviously with comparing. So we compare, we make observations, and then we compare. The second you compare yourself to someone else, gratitude goes bye-bye. And we're learning how important gratitude is for the well-being of our soul, right? But as soon as we start to compare ourselves with others, we lose gratitude. The next thing we experience, discontent. All right, so we become discontented with what we have and who we are. Contentment, we lose it. Therefore, we lose that sense of ease and we lose that sense of peace. Next thing we know, we envy. Now, envy is different than admire. It's totally appropriate to admire. As a matter of fact, it's really helpful if you do have people in your life that you admire. Envy's different. You know it. You can feel it when it's happening. Paul said that envy is not love. Like true love does not envy. You know that you'll be in the envy stage when you kind of start hoping that the person that has what you don't have, you start to hope they fail, right? You start to kind of hope that they don't succeed so much. You'll know you're kind of starting to slip into this. Now, it's possible that you can be envious without wishing people would fail, but that's usually a telltale sign. So envy, it's just terrible for us because we stay in our head so much when we're in this envy stage. Next thing we know, despair. Despair means that basically there's no hope. You lose hope. I'm never going to have what they have. I'm never going to look like what they look like. My kids are never going to be the way their kids are. And we just get in this place of despair and we lose hope. And hope is so important to the well-being of the soul. We're going to have a whole video coming up just on the importance of hope. But we hit that place of despair. Then we either start the cycle over again with the same person or someone else, or sometimes we will find somebody that we're doing a little bit better than to make ourselves feel better. Because in the center of this comparison cycle is depression. Now, not all depression comes from a comparison cycle. Depression comes from so many different areas. But if you're running this comparison cycle, you are going to be dealing with a level of depression. It is very possible that the depression you've been fighting for a long, long time is in the center of what we are talking about right now. Okay, so Paul said that those that measure themselves among themselves are not wise. In some translations, it says that they lack understanding. Paul knew this, so he wrote to the church at Corinth, teaching them, hey, this comparison thing, comparing yourselves with other people, it's not wise, it's not helpful, and you don't have understanding. What understanding? Don't really know. My guess is in who God is and who we are in Him, right? So the more we know we're loved and valued, and the more that we know how safe we are in God, the less we're going to feel the need to run this, because we're going to be comfortable in our own skin and we're going to be happy with who God has made us to be, and we can be happy for others, right? Paul also went on to say that I've learned that no matter the circumstance, I've learned to be content. So no matter what's going on, I've learned to be content. So it doesn't matter what I look like, how much money I have, what kind of job I have, I've learned to be content. Now that doesn't mean we're not to desire to do great things or move up a ladder. It just means that I don't need to in order to have an identity. I don't. I don't need to succeed. I don't need to have this. I don't need to look like this in order to be somebody, because I am someone in Christ. All right? So when you begin to escape this cycle, it even deepens relationships because you begin to celebrate with others without having this going on. So you can truly be present when other people succeed, and when other people, when something happens that's worth celebrating, you can join in with that without this hindering you. So may you break this comparison cycle. May you slip into that peace and comfort and contentment with who God is and who you are in Him. If this video has been helpful, click that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.